All right, guys.
Hey.
What's up? I know most of y'all have followed us over and are hanging out with us from elsewhere, from the other channel. But we are going to get right into it. And we're going to try and keep this short and sweet so that we can get to the real meat of the
Actually,
values.
actually,
What?
we need to retract because we lost everybody on the Coronado. Before we
Yeah.
went to the Coronado.
Yeah, when we were on the coin channel.
So, do you want to
So,
explain to them like what happened? Like,
well,
if we
yeah, somewhere in
didn't
there we got
finish.
into a dead zone and we couldn't get reconnected. So we just reconnected over on my personal vlog and went over there. So I guess kind of where we were at there was I think we were pretty much up to par on everything. We just we're gonna show them the bridge and cross over the bridge, right? The strand, as they
Right,
call it.
but we lost them and didn't let them know, like, we didn't hit our mark for
Oh
100.
yes. So most importantly, we need to tell them that of course we didn't get anywhere near 100 banks.
It was kind of a bust, but not a bust. I wouldn't say a bust. It was like kind of a bummer we didn't hit 100, but
Well,
we
we
had
tried damn hard. I mean,
definitely
did we not
high
put? You can't
hopes.
say we didn't put forth the effort. Did we
We
put
had,
forth the effort at
oh
least?
yeah, we did. It was a constant all day. I mean, gosh, we were streaming live for what, 9 hours?
Yeah, 9 hours. We actually have a 9 hour long stream on
Nine
that. I think.
hours, and the other one was like 7 before it cut out. The next day, right? 6 or 7 before it cut out with him,
Yeah,
with
like five
Easy
and a half,
Peasy.
6. I think it was just barely 6.
Um, yeah, but we started getting towards the end of the day, later in the day on our second video, and weren't really finding a lot. So we were gonna stay there for
Yeah.
3 days. Right?
Yeah,
Three
we were gonna go
days.
on Saturday, and clean up around the edge coming up from the south.
Yeah, but
But
we
that was
weren't.
only if it could really pay for itself. Like the first day, we made enough to say, okay, well, if we stay in a hotel today, we're not out any money. But that was before we knew it was gonna be $27 for parking. But that we better find some coins tomorrow. And tomorrow we didn't find coins really that much. I mean, we found a couple and got into some stuff. It was the next day when you got that 2018 score, right? So that was a nice little.
Yeah, it was the next day. But
And well, actually, which day did you get the nicest coin that we found? Which day was that? Was that the first day or
I
second
think
day?
that was the first day.
Okay. And while we were out there, we met up with one of the subscribers from my personal vlog. Oh, sorry about that. So from my personal vlog over there, which is who we were going to meet when we went across the Strand to go see. So we went to a little place there in town and met up with him and his lovely girlfriend. We had a good time with them.
We had a little photo op. These were our fur babies. So they got to go in with us at this like arcade slash little bar area. So that was fun. And then we decided to come home because we weren't getting too much that day, so it wasn't
And
worth our while.
yeah, we put forth a lot of effort, and we went and that was hard as hell going to, what do you say we went to nearly 50 banks, maybe 50? And then that's not including the ones that we called and they said they didn't have any or whatever. So there were some that we went to that were, we made halfway there. Halfway there. I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, we hit
So,
like 50 or so in total. 50 plus or a little above or under.
how
And
many?
saw some areas in town like where I'd been going to that area for a long time and seen restaurants and little areas that I didn't even know existed. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, but now we know.
That is true. That's a whole other aspect of it. Is that when you do that, you really get to know the town's interior, because you're going out to all the busiest spots where it's all happening at, because that's where the banks and stuff are going to be at, and they're exchanging stuff. So, and you go through all different types of neighborhoods too in that area that you might not normally go through, because you're just looking at a map of banks, and you could end up in a good neighborhood, bad neighborhood, whatever. Somewhere that's on the outskirts of town. You don't normally go there.
Yeah.
So where should we start?
Um.
Well, the goal was, guys, that we took $1,000. We're going to try and turn as many coins of that as we could into, a silver or a collectible coin. Our goals were for silver, but we got a very, very small amount of silver. Some interesting coins, but a very small amount of silver. And but a lot of like NIFCs and some quality coins that
Yeah.
were in there, some good collectible coins. So we didn't get anywhere close to that, what we wanted to, but I'd say that we did get a coin collection out of it, and we're going to show you guys up close. And we got even some that are pretty valuable, and she got one that could hold a pretty decent value. Probably one of the nicest of its kind that I've ever seen found in circulation. I wish I could say that I found it, but I didn't. So one of the closest ones I've seen found in circulation. So we're gonna show you guys that here in a little bit. So we're gonna switch you guys around to where you can see what's going down here. All right, that looks pretty good. I like it. All right, cool. So of course we got to show them your find first, and we'll talk about more and in a little bit of detail about what we think it's worth and why, and some key points about it. Okay, so when we have a coin like this, I'm not a glove wearer because it's hard to fumble with them, so we always just handle them by the edge of the coin. Of course, it's already been through circulation, so hands have been all over this. You're just trying not to add too much more noticeable wear or tear to it. So this is one that Priscilla found, and it is actually her birth year. Right, so that makes it kind of special. It's 1986D. As you can see, it almost just looks like just kind of a dark stain, almost a liquidy stain on the back. But when you flip it on the reverse, you have some really nice toning and coloring coming in here. You guys can see up towards the top, you got the blue and kind of a magenta almost. You've got this really nice gold inside. It's really antique type tone, and it has like some almost like wood grain effect to it. So, I mean, it is really beautiful in so many ways. Let's see if we can get even closer. And the back, unlike the front has that one little blemish there. Okay. See, and the toning right here, where maybe something had spilt on it later after the years or whatever. But other than that, the coin's in pretty decent good shape. You can tell by looking at his hair. His hair has pretty good detail. And then, gosh, I mean, just look at that gold popping through there. That gold color. That is really cool. So Priscilla found this. Definitely by far the coolest find. I found a lot of toned coins before, and I have never gotten one ever that was this nice. So props to her. And you guys, of course, are wondering, what on earth is a coin like this worth? Well, tone coins are pretty popular, and they're really collectible. And there's a lot of artificially toned coins that are out there. So really good, solidly, naturally toned coins like this, and especially unique ones can command a pretty high price. You can see the difference in that. Just a dirty
Anywhere from like $50.
Well, that's what I would hope towards. I have sold coins that are not as nice a toned as this for 30 to I think most ever is like under 50, so like 49. And we paid 50 cents for it, so that's really good. But this one I think is extremely unique, but it's hard to tell with the blemish on the front. But if somebody wanted it for the absolute beauty of that reverse,
They're gonna have to buy me out.
oh yeah, because Priscilla's keeping this. She wants to keep this. This is her first most unique find, and I think it's up there where it's worthy of keeping. So it's not even for sale. But I would
If the price is right.
yeah, no shit. I mean, at a coin shop, a coin like that can go for in the hundreds, if not thousands, after it's graded. And I don't know if that's a gradable coin. We'll have to find out. And see, we might just send it in to find out, because it could, if it got graded and came up with any sort of decent grade, it could be
that would
extremely
be
valuable.
cool. Like if we did that and see what it came back as.
So after that, let's see, the oldest coin here then is the Benny.
I found that one too.
You did find the best coins. She found the best coins a lot. I ended up finding more. My site was huge, but that's because my technique of going through them is a lot faster. But she found the 1963, looks like Philly, Benjamin Franklin. It's got a pretty good, decent wear. It's just a silver melt value. And I think silver melt value right now for this coin, for a coin is, it was over $7. I think it was like 750, somewhere 788 or something like that. But it's up there. And so that makes this coin, about $7 to $8.
So if anyone is interested in this coin, we are going to be possibly listing it on eBay. But you'll just have to wait and see.
It's gonna have to. That's gonna be one where it's her.
But a reserve bid is like
10,000.
10,000.
Like $10,000.
Yeah, so you can keep on adding like your numbers and placing your bids, and it's just gonna get rejected.
It's gonna have to be a group pool bid. All right, so Priscilla found the first ones as far as when it came to the silver. 90% silver is getting harder and harder to find.
The first silvers.
Did I find not the 90% or so?
No.
Oh no, I did. I found all the first
all
ones. Yeah. Cool. That's right. I did. So, but we did find four, and sometimes you'll find major scores, like I said, of whole entire rolls. But just finding ones that have been brought in from out of circulation, like these have been, we just got four of them. So these were somebody.
I only found one.
Really?
I think.
Oh yeah, because of the Franklin. And you found a 64. So I found 3 to your 2 when it came to 90%ers. So these are also worth somewhere in the $7.50 value a piece, and that's in a sell it right now, liquidable state, and go for it. So, and then we've got about, maybe if we're lucky, I think it's a roll, an entire roll plus a few more for the 40 percenters. So we've got a bunch of 40 percenters here, and I think a roll of 40 percenters right now is going for about $55 to $60. Might be somewhere in between $50 and $60, somewhere in there for a roll of 40 percenters. So we're looking at, just in silver, maybe a value of let's see, 7. We'll say set for for a lower number, 7. Times 4 5, so 35. So we're looking at possibly around 80 to 90 to $100. $80 to $100 worth of silver.
Zanesboro says, I have mint sets from 1982 to 2018. I get them for Christmas each year. How much is that worth, or is it better just to save it? What do you think?
Okay, so those are, you're going to want to save, because of course you say 1982, but the proof sets, they might have still made some mint sets, but the proof sets were not made in the 82s and 83s. 1982, 1983, and then 85, 86, those were skipped. Same as in, I got one every year for Christmas, and they were saved. Those things actually go away for dirt cheap. Unfortunately, they are pretty dirt cheap. So they are something that you would want to pass down to people, and they're going to be worth more when they're like 100 years old or something like that. Right now, they're at that year where they're probably at their cheapest, kind of like comic books and baseball cards would be, where they're kind of like the stuff that was worth a lot when you were younger isn't right now, but it will be in another 50 years. Well, same with those ones. They're just not as collectible. So, like, you'll find them for sale for $5 a piece a lot of years. So you want to look through them for... you're funny. So let's see what we got here. Also is that we got some really nice proof coins here. Now these, they're in pretty good, decent shape. I mean, that's a pretty good proof coin right there, 1992. It's got a nice little gold tone to it.
I'm going to show like a side by side of like, so you can see the gold and that it's not just the light.
Yeah.
Is this a good one?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, you can see the difference right there.
That this looks more silver.
This is just the way it's toned. Now, because it's toned that way, that might be a little bit better in our favor. But he's got a little nick on his cheek right there. And this is a coin that might only be, even if it was in, still in the baggy mint condition, maybe like $3, $4, $5, something like that. But you might sell this one for $2 because he's got a big old nick on his cheekbone right there. If he didn't, yeah, that's nothing. If he didn't, he'd be worth something else. Now, this 89 right here, he's worth more. Oh, but you want to check out 74. Actually, the 74 would be worth more too. Maybe not so much because here's the problem. Proof coins are already saved in good condition because they're kept in those kits, the little packages and everything else. Finding an older circulation coin, see like this one right here, this 1989, and it's not even in that great of shape, right? You see the difference? You think this one might be worth more? This one's worth way more because it's from circulation, but still in pretty good shape. It's got a great edge.
This one's older.
Great reverse. Yeah.
And still has the antiquing look.
Yeah,
toning.
And not just that, but this is also like a deep cameo, what they call a deep cameo proof. So that's why he has like the matte
head and then the mirror finish around here.
Yeah,
that would be deep.
So, and this had to be bought. This had to be in a set, like the proof sets that he's talking about, the mint sets that he's talking about. This is the type of coins that would come in there, right? That he's talking about he got since he was a kid, and a lot of people have these. So this had to be ripped open by somebody who was extremely desperate for some bubble gum, and then taken down to the store and in exchange for some bubble gum and put back into circulation. It doesn't make any other sense. And you can see that it hasn't really been circulated. Like this maybe happened once before it got back, because you got to remember these coins are circulated so much. I mean, coin roll hunters circulate through these coins so much that there's hardly anything that's going to be left going out of the vault the first time. So once it gets to the vault, first time, a coin collector will find it, and then they pretty much start over from scratch again. And then it's reintroduced from the public through many different avenues. But that's a really pretty coin, though, and we found that from a teller. Now, this one right here, this 89, I wouldn't be surprised if we could get... actually, this 89 right here, we're going to put with a set.
So
from the 80s.
On this one, where is it? This one, since it's like so clean... Like, do you think that it just got there? And
most definitely. Like I said,
so
because
like it just ended up there maybe a couple days or whatever.
Couple days to a week ago before it got ordered back.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's weird how they get out there, and
so people still are taking things like this in.
No doubt, because you got to remember, they are clean. Every single time those coins come out of that vault, there is at least 5 to 10 coin roll hunters that are going to be going through them. Mm-hmm. That's why we get to some of those stuff already, the boxes, and there's no silver in them already, Or if you get to other stuff, all the silver's gone, and then there's just other collectible years, So they're going through them. You got to find it either right as it comes out, if somebody brought a huge cash back and it goes to the vault service, and then you find it as it comes out. Or you've got to catch it before it gets to the vault service after it's been brought in by whoever brought it in, by whatever nefarious reasons.
Are these all the 2018s that we found, and then this was just the roll that we found? Okay, so we actually
they hit huge cache of those. Okay. I wonder if it was the same person, like a repeat offender, or what, that brought all these back?
So we found a whole roll of 2018s. I don't know if you guys remember us showing that. But here was the whole roll, this stack here. And then just by going through rolls and finding 2018s every now and again, still got a pretty good stack of those right here. So that was cool.
And those are a coin that, which we talked about, are not intended for circulation. So they were sold at a premium of anywhere between $2 and $3. Generally I say an average of $2.50 a piece.
Meaning like someone had to buy those
from those third-party coin dealers on TV that you see late at night and all that kind of business. They'd sell this year's collectible coin or whatever, and you can buy it by the roll. What do you call it? Like app, something like that. I think it's There's a big company that does that, and they deal in silver bullion and all that, and sell it for the inflated price. And they'll sell you even junk silver like this. You can buy rolls of Franklin's just like this for bullion value. At those kind of deals, but you're paying the premium price for it. And so a roll like that, if you bought it from them, would be like $39, $40, $50 probably. But by the time they hit the secondhand market and they're out there on eBay. You could sell a roll like this for, I was looking, and they're anywhere between, they're at a depressed value right now because everybody's waiting for the 2019s to come out. It's the end of the year, right? So they're waiting for the new ones. But these were at $20 to $30 a roll, and putting them at $1 to $1.50 a piece. Which actually, if you sell them individually, they're selling for about two to 250. You know.
Sarah, please, coin, you change that thumb from gray to blue.
When you change that
Nice.
thumb from green
That's a
to
good
blue.
one. Coin,
Sarah,
you
you're so
change
funny, dude.
that.
This is an interesting one right here. It looks like it went through an electrical arcing. Okay. I haven't seen too many like this, but let's see if I can get into that light. We can zoom in. Okay. This one looked like it went through an electrical arcing. So you hardly anything happened there, but it's splattered and melted. And it gave it, you can't really see here. There's a little bit better picture. You can't really see here, but it's a really good kind of nice little hue to it. Oh, you see a little bit there. See some kind of purple, magenta, and green up there in the A for United States of America, towards the A and the T right there. That's pretty cool. This doesn't have any value, of course, but I just thought that was pretty neat. And it's like, looks like it electrically arced somehow. So that's pretty
Robin Banks says that she has all of her pop's old coins he saved since he was a kid in cans and bags in her gun safe.
Oh Lord, the mother horde.
Man.
Oh, dude, Robin Banks, listen, dude. Whenever we're traveling and we're on the road, we are going to come and stop in at your place and check it out, your coins, and we will go through them and we will show them live. Nothing more that I love to do is go through Grandpa's little sacks of coins that he just threw into the garage forever. That's the horde right there.
I have so much. He was nuts for coins. Lots of coffee cans full of pennies too.
Wow, dude, coffee cans full of pennies. That's what you that's dude, that is what you coin roll hunters dream of, about how the heck that got to the bank and stuff. And you always wonder the story, of like how it gets to the bank, how it gets back into circulation. But they do all the time, I mean, like, look at this coin. There's no way this has ever been.
She says she's not far from us.
Oh, really? So, well, hey, when we start heading out of here, if we hit a trip in between, Robin, you've been around a long time, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit you up with it. But you got my email address, and I think we've actually even contacted each other before by my old email address because you've been around for a while. And she's donated many times through PayPal. And I believe through Super Chat back when we used Super Chat on the other channels, but she's been around a while and she's awesome. So we're going to get you the email address. Inzane, you probably already have it, maybe. Inzane, Inzane, Inzane Green, INZANEGREENE at Gmail. And hit us up if you want to, and we can text back and forth a little bit about maybe meeting up on a trip like that. That would be really fun because we are planning to go up north. That is it. So, okay. So a lot of you guys are probably wondering about this big stack right here in the middle.
Yes.
We're going to talk a little bit more about that. Now, there was a recession period in the early 80s. They halted production on mint and proof sets in 82, 83, and then somewhat in 85, 86. And I'm not sure about the years in between there so much, but that's the collectible dates that, make them a little bit more valuable. So, 82 is a little bit more valuable than 83. And as you can see here, we got mostly 83Ds. And these are all just circulation coins. There's a couple nice ones. There's actually some pretty nice ones that you can consider AU.
AU meaning?
Almost uncirculated. So when you go through grading, you have like your good, then you have very good, and then fine, extra fine, and then you've got your almost uncirculated, which is considered AU, and then you have your BU, which is brilliant uncirculated, which is like what these are. These are brilliant uncirculated, like they had never gone through like a storage hands or whatever. Somebody just broke open the roll and brought them to the bank, and then we picked them up right there. So that's when you want to catch them, because once they go to the store, they get in the change deal, they're in the big change bag, everything else, they get damaged. So 83 is not a low mintage year, but it is a year where, they, like I said, there's no real high, whatever you call it. Let's see, there's not like a hoarded stash of good quality coins from that time. They're in low amounts. So, they just went up in value. Any coin like quarters, like a quarter, a 1983 P quarter is worth more than any of these, and it's worth $10. If you find it in your change, but one of these is worth more. Like if you look it up in the books, could be worth upwards of $10 in some of these states, that it's in. But when you look at it, I look at the value of eBay. Because eBay is the most liquidable value. That's what you're going to sell it for right now. Anybody can buy it on eBay, so that pretty much determines the real value, the real time value of a coin. And on eBay right now, you could buy these, like the sold listings are anywhere between $1.50 and $2. So it's not that much, guys, but it is when you have a whole bunch of them. So we can put them on there and say 60 available, and over time sell these for 3 to 4 times their value. And of course, some of them will sell for $5 or so because they're really nice. Gotta fix the now the 82s we can sell for a lot more. Some specimens out of here, like this one right here, which is in really great shape, I would sell for no less than I'll put it as buy it now for either $5 or $8, something upwards in there.
Yeah, there's so much information that Zane knows and is talking about that, feel free to go back and watch again.
Well, yeah, not only that, but at the end of this, sorry, but in the wrong spot. At the end of this, towards the end of the show here, in a couple minutes, we are going to start doing where you can ask some questions about particular coins. Tell us which one you like. Ask about some that you see in there that we haven't talked about or anything like that. So these 82s right here, only about half a roll's worth, but we'll sell those, save them probably until we get a roll, or just sell half a roll and then sell the really nice ones. Like this one right here. This one's in great shape. This was a collection coin that came back out from somebody's collection. That's an uncirculated, nearly uncirculated, but you'd call that, because it's got some smudge marks on there, a AU coin. This would be an AU. Actually, anybody on eBay would call this an AU to BU, because you can still see some original luster to it. There's no real huge scratches or gouges. It's a beautiful coin, really. It's just lost a little bit of the luster. The reverse has a lot more of the luster. But now, one thing that can make this coin worth a lot, and I've found them, they're not that rare, but see the designer's initials down there, FG, right there at the edge of my thumb, in between the eagle's leg and the bottom feathers, right down there. Should be on the left of your screen, I believe, or on the left of his tail, is the FG. And so then at some point in time during 1982, those initials fell off, and there is a no FG variety that's out there. And I sold mine for, I think about $26. And it was just in regular circulated condition, worse than this. This is a pretty nice AU condition coin right here. It's a very good semi-key date for the Kennedy collection, and that's it's going to be a valuable coin down the line. In 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, this will be a $30, $40, $50 coin. This one right here, and it's one that you would want to send down to kids and all that kind of stuff. And we got several of them in that good a shape. And then what we'll do is we'll take the ones that aren't in such a good a shape like this and just put them in rolls. And then, down the line, you'll have circulated rolls. So it really depends on what you want to do with your coins when you hunt them. The best thing to do is hoard them for down the future if you're available to do that. I'm going to, my position right now with this not being a monetized channel and to continue this going is to sell these coins. And so that's where we are going to put all these on eBay, and they all are going to be available. So anybody from over at the old channel that likes to follow the adventures and wants to see the coin heist, and have a little piece from it, you guys can go over there and place bids and all that kind of stuff. And we'll have links to that down the line. Because we are going to be putting out an edited video coming up soon that's going to have like photographs, and up close photos. So it's going to have photographs, and detailed videos of the coins, so that you can get a better look at them, and then that will have a link into the description down to somewhere where it's for sale. What else do we want to talk about with them? We got almost a full rolls. We did get a full roll of 2001 NIFCs. Okay. We got nearly one for every year. I think we're only missing 1 year, and that's 2004 for NIFCs. All of these coins in the very back, this entire row right here, including the 2018s, all these 2018s, and all these right here These are all the way up to 2018, 2017, 14, 15. That's 09, 13. This is those are 1997. These are some proof coins from 19 or not proof coins, but just uncirculated coins from 1997. 2012, and that's Armageddon year. So we got 4 of the Armageddon year. And then a bunch from 2008. We got a stack of 4 of those. Like I said, not intended for circulation. A lot of those ones were actually like have gone through maybe circulation once or twice, so you can call them almost uncirculated. And they would all sell for about $1.50 to $2. Now, if we put them in a set, we could get a little bit more than that, a premium, and they're worth about $2 a piece, $2 to $2.50 a piece. And we'd have like a 2001 through whatever current date, 2018. So that's what we're going to try and do is put together an entire set and have it listed.
Later, Joni. Sarah says they need to get us a magnifying glass for the setup.
You're right, we do. And we have this, but this ain't going to do it. No, we need one of those magnifying camera things.
The camera thing?
Yeah, the we saw on some of the other coin channels the guys have, where it's just like the little magnifying, like the magnifying video that goes on it, and you can set it under there, and you have it on the side.
I didn't.
Where you can just set it under there. Oh, I'll show you. It's a USB deal. It plugs in, but you have to be doing it from a laptop in a program on there. But it's like a USB deal, just like Ty's little ear thing that check your ears.
Yeah.
And but it looks at coins and it lights them up, and a little magnifying deal video. And that's what we need. And then we can have that in the corner. And then we can show them.
Ethel says you know way too much about coins. How do you remember all this stuff? Well, he's like technically 80 years old. So he's got tons of practice.
Yes. That's what I want. I want a shirt for when I'm like walking around with you in public that says, I'm like almost 80 and stuff.
It's not going to say her daddy, is it? No. Side note.
Really heard that? Okay, so anyway.
Side note.
Yeah. Some really cool ones. That 74 was cool. These 2 are really cool. These came from one bank. Look at those right there. Really cool coins. Those are.
Look how shiny those are.
Collector coins. So we're gonna make sets. What we're gonna do is sets. Like the 92, 74 would probably most definitely be in a set. These blue toned coins would be in a set. And this one's really cool. This is a San Francisco bicentennial silver, but I believe during this time it was 40% silver. They weren't 90. That was pretty cool. You don't see these too often. I've never seen one in circulation before.
It has like a good patina on it.
Really nice patina on it. So overall value for everything, if we piece it out, which I'm thinking that what we're going to do is we're going to start a revolving coin store to where it'll take a little bit further up front to get the initial, but then it'll start just rolling and we'll have, hundreds of coins online, after a couple more weeks of hunting, and then just be able to have a, revolving lots, going in and out. And I think that if we pieced them out like that and waited that, we're easily looking at somewhere upwards of $400 to $500 right here, and not including her nice one, because that's an undetermined value and something that she wants to keep anyway.
$1 million.
Yes, 1 million. But if we were to try and sell it right now and stuff and just go for it, I think that we could do it for double, triple the face value of the coin. So how many ever coins that is? If there's 200 coins right here, $400. I'm pretty stoked. I had a good time. I'm not totally deflated that we didn't hit our dream goals and stuff, but we will down the road. And are we talking about doing it again?
Yes. We're talking about doing
cool.
it.
I was just kind of testing you again to see if you were still down. And she didn't even have time really think about it too long. She responded with a smile. So we're going to go do it. We're going to do it in LA. And what do you think? What do you think we learned most this time? Or what do you think is going to be different about it in LA?
Well, different this time. We're probably not going to take the dogs. So maybe it'll go a little bit faster. Although they did really, really well in the car, we didn't really have to take them out too much.
And what's the reasoning why we're not going to take the dogs this time?
The reasoning we're not going to take the dogs is we're going to be doing a lot of walking around.
And public transit.
So
it's not just the walking, because of course we walk the dogs, but we're going to be doing public transit. So this is going to be kind of a fun one coming up, because we are going to be, Pinterest is letting me know what's going on.
It's all of our bus saves.
Yeah, bus saves. Is that yeah? We're gonna pack a lunch. We are going to. It's gonna be a great adventure, Joseph. You got that. Magnification in scope. Thank you, Anton Kuki in the house, dude. And so we are going to be doing an urban in town city banks in LA because we want to hit the kind of the more urban bank site where we expect a lot more of the thefts to happen and send back into the banks. I want to get into the nitty gritty because that's the part that I used to do so well in Houston, and I want to try and recreate that in LA. So she's willing to go down there with me, and we're going to be taking a lot of bus, a lot of the trolley, a lot of whatever it is that's down there. So it should be a fun adventure. I'm looking forward to it.
So we're gonna start taking questions.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's do questions because I guess some
We were
cool
just
stuff
curious
on here.
on how you guys thought watching the whole hunt excursion. Oh. So
Yeah,
is there
okay,
anything
feedback?
that like, you guys were,
Well, let's read yours for
thinking
the
about?
comments so that we don't have to
Oh yeah, yeah.
finger do.
Like we tried to make the camera like not move around so much. So sorry for that happening a few times, but and aside from me being hangry with Zane.
Dude, I thought that you did so good. I mean, for being out there, like doing something that's like, considered such a nerdy hobby as coin roll hunting and driving all over city traffic and stuff, like you are like my dream girl when it came to it. I was like, to look through these coins, and I was like, oh my goodness, dude. I mean, I can't believe it. So, even though I drug you through the mud a little bit and it was a long day and you did go do a lot of driving and it was kind of hectic and all that, I mean, you did awesome. You looked glowing through the whole process.
Thanks. Zane's Burrow asks, road trip hitting smaller towns maybe in the future?
Yes, I love that idea. Okay, so what we want to do is right now we're not going to have too much time, but we are going to be doing various small excursions to test and do like basically like prospecting. Go and do a little test panning here and there and find out. And then once we hit the road though, and we are heading north on our trip this next year, once we get a hold of our bus.
Do you guys
Okay.
know about all that?
Yeah, they've heard something about it, about the idea of getting a bus.
On our coin channel? Um,
Oh, maybe not.
so on Zane's personal channel, we've been discussing that we want to get a bus and travel up to Alaska. Um,
During the springtime, spring and early summer.
So we're trying to do everything we possibly can to get some, I guess, cash. Some cash monies to get our bus and start that whole adventure, renovating it and showing you guys and having a new channel for that and do all of our traveling and excursions on our new channel, our other channel. So we'll still be doing coins and stuff, but there's a purpose behind all of this. It's not just
yeah,
us going out and doing
it's not a hobby. We're not just
coins.
filming our hobby at this point.
Yeah, it's work right now because I'm working with my business. He's working with his business on his other channel, and we need to start supplementing more things so we can on his phone. So to help that ball roll and get going on that. So that's what we're starting this and just going full steam ahead.
And it's a tactic that we're doing that's risky because yeah, you're not going to have as many viewers up front. But what it does is it allows you to have many different facets to your life, and like there's many different things that we're going to be involved in right now, without like boring the heck out of you guys. Because there's going to be times when we're going to be spending hours and hours and hours a day working on a bus, and not everybody that watches Angry is going to watch the bus. Not everybody that watches Angry is going to want to watch coins. So the people we've invited everybody over, the people that like the coins come over and watch it, and and then we'll start gaining new people. So we're going to have multiple different adventures going on, and we're going to supplement a lot of that by getting a combination of content and mining and putting forth a considerable amount of effort to find the mother stash or the mother, mother lode of coinage or of silver, or to get like a super valuable coin. Because she's got the passion to find like that one super valuable coin. I got the passion to find that one super valuable coin. And so as we're traveling, we're going to be doing
And
the
it's
antique
definitely a
coin roadshow.
competition.
No, it's always a competition. So it will be kind of like a traveling antique coin roadshow,
Yeah, so
right?
like with, Robin coming into the mix, and we'll, you know, head out of here and go along the way and make some stops and stuff. Like if you guys ever come across anything and, are still here, shout out to us and see where we are. But they're all talking about the bus. It's not a VW bus.
No,
We are actually looking to get a schoolie,
schoolie conversion.
and start a conversion on that. So
And now here's the getter for this one. Now some of you guys from my old channel have come over, but a lot of you might not know is that obviously I have a donkey, a burro. He's down in Mexico. We're about to go get him, bring him back. We've got some big plans for him. I'm not going to tell you about it yet, but we will tell you later. But we got big plans for her when she gets back here. Maybe putting her to work a little bit, and doing something fun. So we got that coming up. Instead of pulling a car behind this bus, we want to pull mules, donkeys, or horses, whichever ones we have at the time, which we're going to get mules down in Mexico, and pull these behind the bus while we're traveling. So that'll be our daily get to transportation. So we'll probably end up going to a lot of these banks, not on the bus with the trailer, everything else, but on horseback. You realize that, right? That a lot of this coin hunting in these towns is going to be on horseback, like because our bus is going to be at the RV park or the campground, and then we get on our mule or horse and we take Bonnie and go down there and we load up a bunch of coinage on her. Oh my God, this is going to be nuts! But you realize that is what's going to happen, right? Because that's going to be our transportation. Put Bonnie to work mowing lawns. That's a great idea, dude. I love it. Just sit there. Hey, you get to have a donkey in your yard for like 2 hours and she'll eat up all your grass, dude. So we've got some big adventure stuff coming up for this coin. I mean, imagine what we envision is traveling to really cool places. Oh, Snizzy Town. That's right. Oh, Snizzy. We are actually planning. Okay, sorry, it's kind of off topic here for easy peasy, but we are planning on going down to Texas sometime here in the near future and looking at potentially buying a bus down there because DFW, Houston area, and Oklahoma City is all really super cheap buses at like massive amounts of them at the auctions, and there's lots of them there. They're really popular over here on the West Coast, and they get eaten up, and they're more expensive. So over there in the Midwest, they're cheaper. So maybe you might have to actually go shopping with us, Snizzy. We'll do a collaboration with Snizzy Goes Shopping. Snizzy Goes Shop. Hey, Zane and Priss and Snizzy shopping for bus. Because that's what we're looking for. We are looking for the old E350 short bus with the 7.3. So we want the 7.3 liter Power Stroke bus E350, or I mean, it'd be like an E450 at that point in time, or E550, but the short bus, the E model short bus. So that's what we're looking at.
So yeah, for everybody that, doesn't know Zane and myself already, this is what we're doing. He has all the knowledge about coins, and I've had family and that have collected coins before, and so it wasn't anything super strange for me to like hear him say anything about coins. Like, what? You're this little
Kind of got a little bit of knowledge. You have a little bit of desire, and it goes
with
good
the
together.
coin fetish. So yeah, it kind of like got me interested, and now here we are trying to move forward and have our next phase. So all your guys' support really helps, and we appreciate it so much.
Yeah, thanks everybody from the personal vlog to come over and help us get this channel off the ground. And we are going to be having really exciting content. I mean, think about it like this. In a nutshell, we are going to be traveling on our way to Alaska, right? And up through Highway 101, really beautiful parts of California. We're going to be taking the coastal route up and then going all through, and driving through Canada. And so we'll be in coin roll hunting up there. And we will be looking at everything and testing what's better, like inner city. And we're going to try and find that small town. I'm convinced that there's that small town out there that nobody has collected at, and that, they're just all in the bank. And we're going to go there and be like, we got $2,000 worth of half dollars in the back. And we're going to go and they're going to be like $1,000 worth of silver in there, which $1,000 face value would just be ridiculous, dude. I mean, like ridiculous. I mean, like 10, 15, $20,000, and it'd just be ridiculous. So that's what we'd want to hit, is that huge score. And I'm feeling like it's going to be an adventure regardless. And we'll have, like I say, it'll be a road show kind of where we'll be eating at different places, seeing different stuff. We got a great trip and future plan there. What else are they trying to talk about? Coin fetish, it's a whole different channel. Yeah, it's a whole different channel. Sarah said, thank you for cleaning them up. I think she was cleaning them up. So we will be, like I said, everything from big city banks to small town banks, everything in between, and just adding it in as we go, and using the silver to make videos and show to you guys, and then of course we're gonna liquidate it. So it'll be something that we can share with everybody as we go. Anybody got any other questions about coins? Anything that you saw? Like, what was your favorite coin here? We can actually even look at them too, since you guys aren't really asking too many personal questions right now. We can look one last time here before we get ready to go and see what you think.
So what would you evaluate this, like, give or take overall?
Oh, the value of it?
Yeah.
The
If,
value
like,
just in what I'm seeing here and like overall.
Figure.
Because
I want to know what my investment is here.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's the most important thing. And see that the problem here is that we don't actually have a count of the coins. And that's what we need, is an account to get a good ballpark. Like, we have about $100 in silver right here. And that's less than $10 in face value right here. But this is about $100 in silver. Okay. So that's where we get the most bang for our buck out of, actually outside of the coin that we're actually keeping. The coin that we're actually keeping, we paid 50 cents for. And this is no doubt because of this beautiful toning on the backside. What's it said again? Is no doubt a $30 to $100 coin in a raw condition, right? If it was graded and turned out to be any sort of good grade, it could be hundreds to, into the thousands if it was a really good grade, but it's not that good a grade. But if I was to sell this out of my personal collection, no way would this sell for any way less than probably $100, and a retail value for a coin like this could easily be $100, because this is a hard and a very like classy and a very unique kind of toning to it. So this is by far the best coin, and I would say this one, if we were just talking about retail value and what was going to sell, this thing is going to sell for any less than $100. So there's $200, but this is your investment to keep right here because you like it so much and it is your birth year. And one day we'll sell it down the road after it tones better. It's going to keep on toning. That's another thing, guys. I don't know if we told you this, but once a coin starts toning, it's going to tone more and more as the years go on. It's already got the kind of sulfur, what do you call it? Sulfur pollution to it.
Stop touching my coin.
Taintedness, where it's going to continue to tone. It's beautiful. I just get lost looking at it.
Snizzy asked what years are silver, and that's like pre-69.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's pre-69. Pre-69 is silver. Pre-69, 69 to 65 is 40% silver, and then pre-65 is 90% silver, and that's, straight bullion. So, but getting back to the value here, so we're looking at 100. These right here, we're looking at over 2 rolls. And, in reality, probably we'd say probably double their value to sell them in a whole, not piece them out, since we have rolls. So that'd be doubled value right there, $10. Oh, sorry. I'm out of here.
Sarah
sorry about
asked,
that. We're talking about these guys. Yeah, well, let's we're almost there on this. I'll tell you guys the value real quick. So we're looking at about 200 and maybe $40 there. Looking at about $40 in 1983s here. So 240, 280. We're looking at about $40, I would say, because it's close to, this is a full roll plus close to another roll in the back, close to 2 rolls, about $40 in NIFCs. So we're looking at like 300 and what was that, 320? And then out of everything else here, I would say maybe, double to triple in value and it looks like somewhere around 40 coins, possibly 30 coins. So, so about $30 there. So we're looking at about $300, 300 to depending on what they go for, anywhere between $300 to $400, I would think.
300 to 400. That's it. I'm not
Yeah.
going anymmer.
Well, then don't. Yeah, then I'm gonna go. It's gonna be me and taco salad. He's gonna have to carry all the weight and stuff for me because you're so strong that you carried the heavy stuff for me last time and carried. So who's gonna do that for me? Taco can't carry that.
Wait, what?
Carry all the big boxes of coins, the heavy load.
For carrying the box.
Dang it! That foot and mouth verbal diarrhea gets you in trouble sometimes. That's for sure.
Sarah asks, "What do you mean by graded?"
Sit into NGC or PCGS, which are companies, the most well-known companies that do grading, and they will grade coins and they will, give it an authentication to say that because this is a good quality coin, and if it was like an MS 65 or up, then it would be probably into the $1,000 range for this coin if it was graded and it was at that, but because it's just a really unique toning to it.
And then Ethel, Deborah, and Sarah are talking about the toning. They asked what makes it have toning. Is it from handling or just a natural thing? Sarah again, patina.
So the toning happens from being exposed to sulfur, and so it comes from Grandpa's desk is the most common and most honorable way of toning. There's book toning when you put them in the little blue or green books, that you had as a kid, and you put them in there, and that has sulfur in the cardboard, and that would tone them. The rolls, if they were in rolls, like the ones on the end, might get toned from the paper, not the ones in the middle. Or like sometimes rolls, if they got to where they were exposed hardcore, like if you had them in rolls kept in a wooden drawer, then it might tone really hardcore around the rims, and you could have a whole roll of toned coins, which you'd be in a jackpot then. If you had an old roll of toned coins, that's jackpot money right there. But toning gives a lot of value depending on the type and quality. Now, this is a different kind of toning because a lot of tonings are bright blue or magenta or something like that, or, red, but this is an extremely antique gold with, like a wood grain finish. I mean, it is just really unique and awesome, I mean, it's, I've found, bright blue and magenta toned coins and such, but, not as nice as this. So what else we got?
Oh, Snizzy was just saying $400 for 2 days of having fun sounds like good money to me.
Snizzy Town, that's why you're on the team. Okay, keep the positivity running, dude. It is a good time. Did it, really pay the bills that weekend? No, but we can't say that we lost too much money going on vacation, right? And we had fun. We got to see Coronado. We got to stay in a nice hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, the hotel was so nice. It was $27 for parking. So, I mean, just to park overnight.
Shoot us in the foot again.
Hey, and then they could even guarantee you security. It's like, hey, park at your own risk for $27.
What we learned on this was if you ever book from a third party
Priceline or something.
On Priceline or anything, that you still have to go to the actual hotel's website to see what their regulations and restrictions are. And additional fees, because we didn't do that, and they were actually pretty nice about letting that slide for us.
Okay, well, see, and in my defense, there used to be a method to get around that, okay? And this is just a slight travel hack that doesn't work anymore because they figured this out. Used to, on Priceline, you could go to the cheap deals and you could see what hotel you want to go to, and they'd offer you a price. So say the hotel's normally $300. You could go and just get a deal knowing where you're going for like $200. Or you could go and get the express deal, not know. They pick the hotel and you get it for $100, right? So you're not supposed to know. But there was ways to figure it out because it might have like 4 stars, 9 amenities, and then you could match up the amenities, and they would tell you which area that it's in. They would always tell you on both sides which area that it's in. So then you would just go over to the ones that are for sale and see exactly, match up the hotel, see exactly, then you could call them, and they would tell you that kind of stuff. But they got smart on that, and now they don't list them at the same time. It's either an express deal or not, and they change it. So it's really weird.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So in our defense, it used to be a good travel hack, and then I thought, well, heck, dude, we'll just roll the dice. But in reality, it turned out it was $27 to park and a $100 per dog per night fee for the dogs.
Yeah, talk about hurry up and get us in a bus.
Yes, I know. We could just been squatting right in front of the bank parking lot in the bus. So we need the Scully, guys. So anybody that's in here that hasn't mashed on it yet, make sure y'all go over there and hit the thumbs up. So I hope you enjoyed the time that we were here. We got big, huge plans coming for easy peasy coin hunting, and we're going to be doing some serious. Hey, we're going to make it look easy, and it's definitely going to be peasy between the two of us because that's just who we are. But it's probably not going to be. It's going to be every bit of a ass kicking adventure because you all seen what we had to do the other day, just driving all through town.
So cute the way you plugged that in.
Was it? Did I do good? Cool, right on. So I'm glad that you approved of it. That was very nice. And we're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna wrap this all into some big time travel going up north. So hope all y'all had fun.
What Ethel says so I shouldn't polish old coins.
No polishing old coins. You can see that all these have their natural smudges. Now, polish, there's something, okay, that's a debatable thing. Some people can what they might call like lift grease and stuff. Lift, some just straight smudges. If I grab this coin and put like a fingerprint on it, you could lift that off. People have different techniques for doing that. But the idea of adding soap and water and altering the luster, which is because for one, if you add soap and water, it's not going to have that grease and oil layer that's natural that's going to help it age. And it's not going to age very well. It's going to do weird things.
Hey, wait. Snizzy has a good one too, but I don't know if I want one of these that he's talking about. Zane, have you seen the guy that makes rings out of coins?
Yes, and they are cool. They are very, very cool. I love coin rings, and it's not that hard of a thing to do, actually. And
I'm looking forward to like a gem ring.
No, we could start with it. You can get you that nice. Hey, this could be a ring right here for you. I can get you your first promised ring right here, Priscilla.
Oh my
Priscilla,
God.
Hey, I'll make her a nice ring out of her birthday. Priscilla, would you go with me?
Would I go with you? Where?
Yes.
I'm the one driving.
Whatever, dude. Just wait till I get my donkey, and then you can go with me. Then I'll put you on the back of the donkey.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So when we get Bonnie back, she's gonna get a lot of time on the back of Donnie on the back of Bonnie when I'm taking her to town.
That said that I'm gonna be in the front. You're gonna be in the back.
No, you get to ride on Bonnie because she's short and petite for you, and I get to ride on the mule.
To be continued, guys. That'll be an adventure on its own.
So, anything else before we click out of here? Or
how do you make rings out of that?
Oh, well, guess what we're gonna watch tonight on YouTube?
I guess we're gonna look. Well, maybe we can do a giveaway and make a coin ring.
Yeah, because Priscilla loves to get that's the thing that turns me on so much about her is that she absolutely loves to get involved in all this cool stuff. Like I was just actually, that was a test. I was actually waiting to see if you're like, hey, maybe we could do this and we could make this, because I was thinking like that would be so cool to do this. And you passed, girl. You're on the team. I mean, I'm on the team. Thank you for letting me on your team, girl. So that would be cool because it's very primitive tools that you use to make these into rings, and it's just a couple of tools like a hammer and this two little devices.
Maybe we can do that.
I know that would be awesome. And then do giveaways for people. That would be fun.
Good call, Snizzy. All right,
Snizzy,
guys,
you're on the team, buddy.
Till next time. See you later. Thanks.